I want to quickly talk to you about PayPal Credit this year. And when you think about PayPal Credit, I want you to think about a buy now, pay later product that PayPal is actually introducing. I mean, PayPal is actually one of the OGs when it comes to digital wallet services in the first place. They've been around since 1998. That's a lot of years, nearly 30 years now. Okay. And PayPal Credit is actually their buy now, pay later product. Okay. And the cool thing about PayPal Credit is that it really operates as a digital line of credit for e-commerce businesses. Okay. So you are able to work with PayPal, but most importantly, through its partner bank, Synchrony Bank. So the focus of a PayPal Credit has been on purchasing goods and services for digital retailers, okay? But as a user, you may also send money to peers with the service. So that's really fantastic, okay? So long story short, if you think about PayPal Credit, think about a program that gives PayPal users a way to extend the payment period for certain purchases through a line of credit based on their credit worthiness, okay? So basically, you are able to get like from $250 all the way to $10,000. So the minimum is 250, maximum 10 grand. Okay, so that's really important to understand, especially if you are trying to get this loan. I mean, not a loan, this line of credit this year. Okay, and if PayPal approves your application for the program, you can choose PayPal Credit as a payment option for websites that allow PayPal payments. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. Now, what's the difference between PayPal and PayPal Credit? Well, PayPal is a payment services provider that really acts as a digital wallet through which you can send and receive funds, pay for items, and hold cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, PayPal Credit is a service offered by PayPal. So traditionally, a PayPal user pays for goods or services by adding funds to their wallet or linking a debit card, credit card, or bank account, right? Now, if an e-commerce store accepts PayPal, the checkout page transports them to a PayPal terminal to complete their purchase. And by using PayPal, you as a shopper, you don't need to enter your credit card details or on individual websites. Meanwhile, you have to comply with PayPal terms and terms and conditions. Now, let me talk to you about PayPal Credit. How does it work for merchants? Because I explained to you how it works for consumers like you and me. But what about merchants? Well, PayPal Credit works for any merchants accepting PayPal as a payment method. So to accept PayPal payments, you simply need to integrate the platform's checkout page into your online shopping cart. So what happens here is that when your customer selects the PayPal Credit option, PayPal upfronts the cost to you, the merchant, and the shopper makes the required payments to a PayPal. So it is a loan program, if you will. This is a funding program. So this is kind of cool. Now, there is no minimum purchase amount to use PayPal Credit. However, only purchases totaling $99 to 10 grand incur no interest for 6 months following the transaction. Okay, so that's important to think about it from that point of view. And one thing I want to say also is that you have to understand that PayPal Credit is really flexible. So once you have a PayPal Credit account, you will be given the option to choose it as a payment method during the checkout process if the merchant offers. As long as you have enough credit available, your purchase should go through. And if you don't have enough credit, PayPal may allow the transaction to go through by immediately increasing your credit limit. I mean, they do this on a case-by-case basis, by the way. So there is no clear terms and conditions here. Now, how does it work for purchases? Well, let's say you are shopping right now at an online retailer that accepts PayPal. You should see PayPal Credit as an option once you are on the checkout page. So on purchases of $99 or more, you will have 6 months to complete the payments without interest. For purchases that are less than $99, you will have to pay the balance in full to avoid paying interest, okay? As with a credit card, every month you will have a minimum payment due. You can actually set up automatic payments or paying manually through your PayPal account. So this is really cool. And so how does it work for sending money? Well, if you need to send someone you know and don't have the cash on hand, you can use PayPal Credit to send money. Choose the pay or send money option in your PayPal.com account and enter the recipient's info, their email address or phone number. Then change your payment method to PayPal Credit. There is no promotional financing for these transactions, so you'll have to pay the amount owed in full by the due date, or you'll be actually hit with interest. So let me talk to you about the PayPal Credit terms and conditions here. So basically, the thing, if you go to their website, you will see everything there. It's pretty transparent. Nothing really hidden here. It's all about transparency with PayPal. But for sake of explanation and clarity, I'm going to talk about them here again. Okay. So you have so basically payments are due 23 days after the end of every billing cycle. 23 days, which means what? That you have to really make a payment by the 23rd of the month. Okay. And this payment will apply to the previous month. So something to really think about. That's number one. Balances are calculated using an average daily balance. So the thing is that the account can only be utilized for lawful personal, family, and household use. So you can't really use PayPal Credit for business purposes. I mean, first of all, the amount is kind of limited, so you're not going to go far for your business, like for business funding with PayPal Credit, okay? And also, what I want to say is that I want to go back to the average daily balance that I just spoke about. This is really important because PayPal actually makes sure that you're paying your credit as soon as possible. That's why they're actually doing the calculation based on your average daily balance. And PayPal has the right to limit how many purchases are made at a time, because if they're extending your credit, they just want to see a little bit how much you're going to use the cash for. PayPal may also decline a transaction to prevent fraudulent activity. They're constantly monitoring transactions to make sure those transactions are legit. And also, PayPal may close an account for any reason. So what happens is that don't be surprised if something happens and PayPal is actually trying to limit their losses. Okay, so this is just part of their strategy to mitigate risk. Okay, so overall, the conditions are not really that stringent. It's just that you have to familiarize yourself with PayPal's way of working. That's all. So let me talk to you about the pros and cons of PayPal here. So first of all, let's talk about the pros. You do have 6-month interest-free period for purchases over $99. This is really good. This is really fantastic. And PayPal is accepted by millions of merchants around the world, right? So PayPal Credit really helps shoppers build their personal credit scores. You have a recognizable brand creating consumer trust in your business. That's really good from a flexibility point of view. You also have no additional cost to your business as long as you accept PayPal as a payment method. You have promotional periods that give you extra time to pay off large purchases with no interest. There is a purchase protection. So the purchase protection is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view also. And finally, you have an easy application process. So that's for the positive side of this program, the PayPal Credit. Now, what about the negative aspect of things? Well, PayPal Credit's interest rate is about 26%, which is really high if you think about it. A high interest rate compared to other credit cards on the market. So maybe it's just a lot better for you to really get a credit card, to finance your purchases as opposed to relying on PayPal. Okay. Now, money sent via PayPal Credit incurs a 2.9% plus 30 cents charge. And PayPal Credit does not issue consumer rewards like many other credit cards. So this is something, if you're interested in consumer rewards, you're not going to get any through PayPal Credit. and there is no physical card. So this prevents shoppers from using it at physical stores. Okay, that's why I was telling you that everything is actually limited to the online space. It has to be an online store, and purchases under $99 are not eligible for interest-free promotions. And basically, PayPal is reportedly restrictive when it comes to amounts above $250. It can be costly if you don't pay off your purchase on time. Just be aware of that. Okay, because they give you 6 months interest free, but after that they start charging you, and you can't use it to you can't use it in brick and mortar stores. And there is also this is also not ideal for sending money to others. So let me go a little more granular here. I want to explain to you what some of the pros mean and what some of the cons actually mean, so you can make a better decision as to whether or not PayPal credit is good for you. So the promotional periods give you extra time to pay off large purchases without interest. Okay. So what happens here is that spreading out the payments over time can be a huge help as long as you pay off the balance by the end of the promotional period. So something to really think about. And also the second thing is that purchase protection. There is purchase protection and free returns. I'm still talking to you about some of the pros, by the way. So purchases made with PayPal credit will enjoy PayPal benefits, which means what? It means that you can have a full refund if a purchase doesn't meet your expectations, and you also have free shipping for items you sent back. Now, there are some exclusions that may apply, by the way. You also have an easy application process, so you'll get a decision in just a few seconds, and if you are approved, you can use a PayPal credit immediately. There is no waiting time or what have you, okay? So that's kind of cool. So that's some of the pros explained. What about the cons? Well, PayPal credit can be costly if you actually don't pay off your promotional purchase in time. So deferred interest and PayPal credit's high standard APR can significantly increase the cost of your purchase. Think about it, 26%. That's a lot of that's a very high APR. And also, you cannot use it in brick and mortar stores. If you go into a Macy's or go into whatever store, Walmart, whatever, you can't use it there. Okay, PayPal credit is limited to online transactions only, because they don't send you actually a credit card. That's the thing. They don't send you a credit card, and so there is no opportunity to earn rewards. So if you use a rewards credit card instead, like the PayPal Cashback Mastercard, you can earn cashback or points on your purchases. And this PayPal credit is not ideal for sending money to others because of the variable fee of 2.9% and the flat fee of 30 cents that's added to the amount you send to friends using PayPal credit. You should really use this option sparingly. Let me talk to you about the cost, the fees, and interest. So if you think about PayPal credit, what kind of cost? First of all, basically, if you are a shopper, what are the costs you should be thinking about? Well, minimum interest payments of $2. Late fees can amount to a maximum of $41. The return payment can amount to a maximum of $30. Okay? And purchases and cash advances incur a 26% interest rate. So you can see that this is kind of high. Now, the interest rate changes based on the prime rate, so it's best to check the current PayPal credit terms and conditions for the most recent prime rate. Okay, so as a merchant, you only pay traditional PayPal fees. So if your customer uses PayPal credit, you will not be subject to any additional fees. And so when does interest start to accrue? Well, it really depends. When exactly purchase amounts to $99 or more, you can benefit from a 6-month interest-free period. Interest doesn't accrue until 6 months after a purchase, at what point it accrues on the remaining balance. So for purchases less than $99, there's no interest-free period. Okay, and so as a shopper, you must pay the full balance of the purchase within 23 days of the billing cycle period to avoid interest. So if a shopper does accrue interest on a purchase less than $99, the minimum interest charge is $2. Okay, and this is kind of cool. And now there are some fees for merchants. So one of the primary benefits of PayPal Credit is that it doesn't charge merchants any additional fees. So if you as a merchant you accept PayPal, your customers may pay through PayPal's traditional service or PayPal credit services. However, the customer pays you, the merchants, you are only paying traditional PayPal processing fees. So something you can't get away with that anyway. So let's talk about PayPal credit requirements. How do you apply for PayPal credit? Well, very simple. If you are a user, you can apply for PayPal credit via the PayPal dashboard. PayPal will review your application, and PayPal will will give you a decision. And once approved, you receive a credit limit similar to a credit card. Okay, so that's really straightforward. Now, PayPal credit is best for certain transactions and not really recommended for others. So basically, this type of credit is best for online shoppers who enjoy using PayPal and who, on occasion, would benefit from some extra time to pay off purchases above $99. So for smaller purchases or to send money to others, it's not a great deal since there are added costs involved. If you only need a couple of months to pay for a purchase, consider using PayPal Pay in 4, a buy now, pay later service that doesn't charge interest. If you want to really avoid interest at all, just go get the PayPal Mastercard. Okay, that's really great from a flexibility point of view. Okay, and basically, if you're thinking about the credit score you need to actually use PayPal credit, well, the good thing is that PayPal credit doesn't check your credit score, so there is no credit score. If you need if you have a 300, even 300, you can qualify. Not a problem. Okay, that's really the way to look at it. And if you want to use the PayPal credit this year, you need to understand that it has to be only online stores. Okay, only online stores. They do not actually serve other types of stores. It's got to be online stores. And if you're looking for alternatives to a PayPal credit this year, you can think about Split It. You can think about Afterpay or Sezzle. Okay. So Split It is actually another buy now, pay later service that allows users to split the cost of purchases between 3 and 36 interest-free installments. So unlike PayPal Credit, Split It actually does something very good because it places authorization holds on shoppers' credit cards to verify available funds for purchases. So what happens here is that shoppers do not need to undergo a credit inquiry. If you want to offer your customers interest-free installment payments with no credit check, Split It is actually an excellent choice. You also have Afterpay. So Afterpay can be used at thousands of online or retail stores. And with Afterpay, shoppers can pay for purchases over 4 equal installments due every 2 weeks. And on-time payments incur no interest or additional fees. However, one downside of Afterpay is that the platform actually does have a soft credit check. And then finally, you have Sezzle. So Sezzle splits total purchases into 4 interest-free payments over 6 weeks. Additionally, Sezzle advertises its partnering businesses on its main website, making it a great option for small businesses looking for additional exposure. So this is something to really think about. So whether or not PayPal credit is good for your business depends on whether you have an e-commerce store or a retail store. If you have an e-commerce store, yeah. If you accept PayPal, this could be a great opportunity for you to increase revenue. So let me close to this conversation by telling you that PayPal's credit is definitely safe, both as a shopper but also for the business owner. Okay. So if you think about it, PayPal credit is actually backed by PayPal, which is one of the OGs in this space, one of the world's largest digital finance companies. So PayPal has an excellent reputation for, let's say, security, and also they offer purchase protection services to their users. So that's kind of cool. Okay. And your business can accept PayPal credit, not a problem. Okay. just make sure that you're using PayPal as a payment option. Now, how do you get paid with PayPal credit? Well, when a customer checks out using PayPal, they have the option to use PayPal credit if they have been approved for the service. PayPal sends your funds upfront, even though the customer has yet to pay a PayPal in full for the transaction. Okay, so and the approval process is pretty fast. Okay, I mean PayPal actually offers a decision within a few seconds. So this is something that's really neat to think about. And one thing I want to say here is that honestly, PayPal credit may be a valuable option for business expenses. However, PayPal also offers small business loans between 5,000 and half a million. Okay, so the latter may be more beneficial depending on your specific circumstances, especially if you want a larger loan amount. Okay, so PayPal credit is not a credit card. There is no physical card. Okay, think of it as a digital line of credit. So this is how I look at it. And basically, there is a difference between PayPal credit and PayPal Pay in 4. So basically, PayPal in 4 actually gives you the possibility to have 25% of the purchase amount due at checkout. After that, an additional payment of 25% on the purchase total is due every 2 weeks until the debt is paid in full. Okay. And if payments are made on time, no interest accrues. PayPal credit is a little different. Okay. So this is really something to think about. So as a takeaway into this conversation, I spoke to you about PayPal credit. I defined what PayPal credit is, how it works, what are the pros and cons, what are the requirements. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.